We're in Kingman, Arizona. We're headed toward Flagstaff. We're going to shut down somewhere around Flagstaff tonight. We got out of California this morning. I had to go back and get my load last night at 9:30, so I didn't get to bed till about 11. Got up at 4. I ended up finding a spot right there on the side of the street to boondock. And woke up this morning, there was cars parked all around me. You know, nothing blocking me or nothing. But it was, I parked in front of this construction company. I thought it was a good spot because they had signs saying that the area was under surveillance. They had like their building on one side of the street, and then they had like a lot on the other side of the street. So I think the cameras were pointed toward the lot, which was cool. Because originally, while I was waiting on my load to get ready, I was waiting a couple blocks away, and I didn't get no real bad feeling about the neighborhood, but there was a lot of people walking around and stuff, and you know, even though I had the truck locked up and everything, I just didn't want to take a chance right there. So it worked out though. Believe it or not, coming out of Cali this morning, I think I pulled out about 4:45, 10 to 5, and there was quite a bit of traffic. It wasn't nothing, you know, like stop and go, but it was pretty heavy for 5 o'clock in the morning. Now, once I got out of when I got up toward Barstow, the traffic coming in like through Victorville, man, it was. So that was the opposite side of the highway. They were coming in. Man, it was stacked for miles. And it was only like 6 o'clock in the morning. So, thank God we didn't have to deal with that this morning. I mean, so far it's been a pretty good ride. We're on I-40 headed east. It's been a pretty good ride so far. I mean, there ain't been a lot of traffic at all. My truck's still running all right, despite the fact the engine light's still on and everything. I'm probably not going to end up taking this load all the way to North Carolina because I need to stop in the shop and find out number one, what's wrong with my engine light, and then number two, I need to find out why my truck PC is not letting me receive load information, send messages. The only thing I can do is change my duty status on it. I done reset it several times at the screen and at the power button on the side of the truck here. And I went under the bed and checked all the wires, make sure everything was nothing had popped out. For some reason I don't have a Wi-Fi or cell signal, so evidently they kept calling me yesterday trying to find out my position, so evidently it's not even showing my GPS position. So I'm surprised I haven't heard from them yet today. But I imagine when the day's out, they'd be wanting to know, you know, what my position is. Or they could have been asking me that to find out, you know, if I was going to be able to pick up this next load, which I was. Oh, we finally coming into a little civilization here. And this is why, you know, riding these roads out in the middle of nowhere, you want to have a good, dependable truck because, man, you do not want to be stuck on the side of the highway. I mean, it's going to take somebody forever to get out there to you. And then if the service guy can't fix it, then you're going to have to wait on a tow truck. And believe me, I done been there, done that. So try to get about 200 more miles today. Shut it down. Find somewhere to stop. Get us a shower. This is our shower day. And get 8 hours of sleep tonight. I'm pretty tired and everything. That's what we're doing. Out here getting it done. Arizona ain't gonna never run out of no rock, that's for sure. They got so much of it. This elevation right here we're on is about 4,000 feet. We're light on this trip, so we won't have to use the Jake brake at all. Period. Yeah, once you get on the east side of Kingsman, you start seeing a lot more vegetation. I mean, it almost changes immediately. It's about 93 degrees right now, but it's only noon, so it will be getting harder. Let's go ahead and get in the next lane, get around this guy right here. Give him some room there. He's standing out in the middle of the damn road. He should have a vest on. I mean, it's good he's standing out there while the guy's working on it. But I would have some reflective something on. Or I'd have pulled that truck just looks like he had maybe another foot he could have went off the shoulder there a little bit. I've been in them situations though, broke down like that, and there ain't nowhere to go. There was one time in Tennessee I blew out a super single on the trailer. And for those of you who don't know, a super single is, instead of having dual tandems on the trailer back there, so instead of having 8 tires, you'd have 4 tires. And once you blow one of them, you're pretty much dead in the water, especially when you got a lot of weight. I had over 45,000 pounds. I was a couple miles from a pilot right there in Dangerous, Tennessee. And it was in a bad spot though, because that's a I-40 right there. It's a heavy trucking corridor. And I couldn't get over too much in the grass because having all that weight, I didn't know how strong that soil was, and I was pretty top heavy too. I had these big bales of paper I brought from somewhere up in the Northeast, bringing it down to Tennessee. But yeah, safety called me and everything, man. They wanted me to send them pictures. I guess we got a girl that worked over here or is working here that, I guess she was broke down on the side of the road, and I guess she wasn't over far enough, and a truck came by and knocked her mirror off her truck. So that's what they was concerned about. But I got more sense than that. You know, if it's that close, I'll come over here and I'll manually push this damn mirror in and keep somebody from knocking it off. But it's pretty dangerous. You know, these guys go out here and service these vehicles, change tires and stuff on the side of the road, man. I tell you, man, that guy, I stood out there. I had vest on, I had triangles set out, had hazards on, and make it so bad, the tire that blew was on the interstate roadside, you know, not on the inside, the outside. So some of these vehicles, man, they just wasn't slowing down. Some of them couldn't get over because, you know, there was so much traffic. And, you know, the average person was doing probably 65. And I had to call up there, man, because I had been out there over 4 hours in that spot. And I called up and started bitching. I said, man, I said, if y'all don't get someone, because I was damn near in Knoxville. There's a bunch of truck stops. There's a bunch of tire change places. But they got their usual ones they like to stick with, right? So I called Love's. They said they was trying to get somebody out there as soon as they could. But, you know, they said, well, we could call somebody else if, you know, for a new tire. I said, what do you mean a new tire? They're like, oh, well, we're going to bring a recap out. I said, look, man, I don't give a damn what y'all bring out. I said, if the company wants to pay for a recap, that's fine. I said, but if y'all don't get somebody out here right quick like, I'm fixing to roll this. I'm going to roll this damn tire. I'm going to roll this truck like it is to the truck stop 2 miles down the road. And I don't give a damn. I'll blow every tire on this son of a bitch. Oh, I was pissed, man. They're like, you don't feel safe? I said, hell no, I don't feel safe. The hell I feel safe. I'm on the side of the road, even if I'm in the truck. Because, you know, I'm on the shoulder, but man, a car come, people ain't paying attention. They're texting and shit. They'll fucking rear end that truck. You know, they might cause an explosion, anything. Hell no, I don't feel safe. Not putting my hands in somebody else's hands. Shit. But I didn't want a chance, you know, because I had those super singles and I had so much weight, I was afraid that I was going to blow another tire. And then, you know, then that load, you know, if I blowed the other one on the same side of the trailer, that trailer would have leaned over. So it wouldn't have been a good look. But if they, you know, if they hadn't got out there, man, let me tell you something. When I called them up and started bitching, man, they had somebody out there so quick. And then the guy had a little bit of an attitude, so I don't know. They got on his ass. I don't know. But the thing is, you tell me you're going to be out there in 90 minutes, which is the standard. They always tell you 90 minutes. Sometimes they'll show up sooner, you know, but they usually always tell you 90 minutes. But I tell you what, that guy, yeah, he had a little bit of an attitude, seemed like to me. I was like 4.5 hours, and I'm damn near in Knoxville, and somebody still ain't came out there to me. No. I'm telling you, I would have done it too, man. I would have blew every tire on the son of a bitch, getting it off the road, getting it down the road. I was sick of it, man. I'm sitting out there. I can't really get comfortable. I sure can't lay down in the bunk, you know. I'm on the side of the damn interstate. I couldn't relax, you know. I ain't getting paid, you know. I mean, it sucks, man. It sucks to be in that position right there. That's why you try not to. If you got a tire issue, that's why you need to get out and check your tires often. That way, if you can see it, then you can go ahead and get it changed while you're at a truck stop. You know, this way, at least you're at a truck stop. You're not on the side of the damn road somewhere. And this kind of looks like Laramie, Wyoming through here. But, you know, these are things you're going to deal with out here in the trucking field. You're going to have a blowout sooner or later. That's just something that's going to happen. You know. But if you can prevent it, there's been many a times where I've checked my tires at the end of the day, and I seen there's the bulge in it, a bubble, a cut on the sidewall. Because you get some of these drivers pulling these trailers, and what happens is they don't swing out far enough, and they end up rubbing them sidewalls, or they send you to one of these recycle plants where there's freaking debris and garbage everywhere, and there's some of the tightest lots you've ever been on. I mean, you got to be really paying attention, and you'll mess around and you'll get a nail or something in your tire, and you know, as soon as you discover something like that, you need to try to get it changed that way. if you're fortunate enough for it to happen towards the end of the day, that's good, because you can get it taken care of while you're on break, and then you're good to go. When you come off break, you're good to go ahead and roll. So I've done that many a times. Hell, one time I had a steer on my truck tire, one of the front steer tires. I seen this gash in the sidewall on the inside of the tire. I was like, what? How the hell did that happen? Only thing I could think of, I was at one of the damn scrap yards, and I done rolled over something, couldn't help it, because there's junk everywhere. And man, I had another heavy load too, 40-some thousand pounds on the trailer, and I was taking these back roads in Georgia, and I was like, man, I just hope I can make it up here to North Georgia. But at least I was aware of it, so I had good grip on my steering wheel. I wasn't, the roads I were on, I think the maximum was 50-55, so I was aware of it, and that was the main thing. So as soon as I shut down, I called tire repair, got them out there, they changed it. Matter of fact, I found another tire on the truck needed fixed. They ended up changing 2 tires. And that's one thing I say about my company. Any issue I've ever had with the truck, they don't never question me, because they know I know. And especially when you've driven the same truck I drove my last truck for 3 years, so I knew what had been done to it. I knew what had been replaced on it. I knew how it acted. If it wasn't acting right, I knew it. And you don't have to be a mechanic. You just got to be, have experience dealing with that type of stuff. You know what to look for. But we're gonna try to make it on the other side of Flagstaff. And it's gonna be tight. It's showing 2 hours and 56 minutes, and I've got 3 hours and 2 minutes on my drive time. So we're trying to shoot for that spot right there, so that we can pick it up in the morning, go ahead and shut down. Hopefully there's something nearby to eat, because I sure don't want no damn McDonald's. I don't want no Subway. Last night I had me a good Mexican meal. I was pretty satisfied with it. Yeah, we'll pick it up a little bit later. Well, good morning from Winslow, Arizona. We stayed at the Flying J off of I-40. Pretty clean Flying J. Probably had the cleanest showers I've ever seen in a Flying J. It was pretty nice quiet night. There's plenty of parking. I was trying to make it to the Loves down the street, but I wasn't gonna quite make it. And then I was contemplating getting something to eat, but I wasn't really wanting no Denny's, even though I read the reviews on this particular Denny's, and everybody was raving over it, the service and the food quality and all that. But it's about 5:40 Mountain Time. We're going to get on down the road here. We're going to try to make it down to Amarillo. I've only got about 10 hours on my 70 left. We're going to try to get down to Amarillo. There's several truck stops there. And see if we can get something good to eat tonight. Last night I didn't eat nothing but rice and beans. I mean, it's healthy for you. But you know, you don't want to eat that every day. And everything, especially after eating that Mexican dish I had the night before. Man, that was off the chain. But yeah, this was a pretty good little spot. It was windy last night. I could have been left. I could have left 1:30, 2 o'clock this morning, but I didn't get but 5 hours of sleep the night before, and I wanted to get a shower. So I decided to wait till daybreak. And it's Friday, August 10th, 2018. It's about 67 degrees, but it's going to heat up rather quickly. So we'll be spending the night in Texas. About to cross the New Mexico border, or cross into New Mexico from Arizona. We're still trying to make it to Amarillo tonight. 449 miles, 7 hours and 13 minutes. So we'll see. Oh, look at the big teepee to the left there. It's a little overcast through here. I just come out of the sun a few miles back. Here we go. New Mexico state line. The land of enchantment.
Crossing border, entering New Mexico, changing time zone.
Well, thank you, Sally. There goes some motorcycles. A lot of Indians live up here. Since the beginning of time. Albuquerque, 152. Yeah, we're gonna try to find something good to eat tonight. I kind of got my eyes on the steakhouse. We'll see. I ain't got much food. I need to stop at a Walmart. Though I don't think I'm gonna do it today. Probably tomorrow or Sunday. I got enough milk to make my coffee in the morning. much food. I haven't put a ton of food on here ever since I switched out of the old truck. I've been I parted with a lot of stuff on the truck that I had on the other truck. I just wasn't using it. Got rid of it, or I put it in storage when I went home last time. You know, you only got so much room. I like to eventually put a toolbox on the back where I could use it either for cases of water, gallons of water, or dirty laundry. That would be a real good one, since I stay out so long and I accumulate so much dirty laundry, and then you have to have somewhere to store it. It's a lot easier to store it when it's clean. And it's dirty, you know, I put it in these bags. But we're working on it. You know, I finally figured out how to do the hands-free Bluetooth here on the steering wheel. So, man, I think all trucks should have that. Man, that is a great safety feature. You know, all I got to do is push a button to receive a call and push a button to end the call, and then I got my volume controls, and then that's it. That's all I need. I'm good to go. The sea-doo out the way so I can get on over. Let these cars behind me over. Welcome to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Gonna back it down a little bit. Gonna get back over for a minute. Let Schneider on in. As long as I can get over. Oh. Man, I'm looking forward to the steak dinner tonight. Glad to be out of that smoke. I'm breathing. I noticed I was coughing a little bit more than I normally would. One of the reasons is because it's so dry, and then when you're breathing even small amounts of smoke like that, it's irritating my throat. You know, irritating my nose. My nose was actually bleeding a little bit because it was so dry from the heat, and there was a smoke irritant. You know, I literally blew my nose and blood came out of there. But once I kept using my saline, which I'm supposed to use every day anyway, per my ENT, it's been okay since then. But a lot of people don't realize, you know, as a truck driver, you're out here you're going into all these different climates. Okay, you're exposed to all the different trees, plants, air quality, and although I've never had an allergy test done, I do know that I do have some allergies, you know, and that's the problem too, is rolling these windows down. You want fresh air, but then at the same time, you don't want to be breathing all that stuff, you know, and it irritates you and everything. Well, it's about 2 minutes to noon. We've got 294 miles left to our destination. Well, our destination for today, that is. As we sure ain't gonna deliver this load today. We're too far out. But the hope is we're gonna spend the night in Amarillo, and we're gonna eat a fat steak, which I ain't had a steak in a while. And last night I ate a can of beans and a bag of rice. So I heard this place is a bit expensive. We'll see. I couldn't imagine taking a family of 6 off in there. Oh my God. Have to refinance. So we'll go in there and see what it's about. Still in Albuquerque. I only seen 2 dumbass drivers so far. This one right here, they tourists or something. They've been hogging up the middle lane when it was 3 lanes back down the road here. They keep slowing up. It's like, man, if you're gonna ride the middle lane, you know, keep your speed up. Put it on cruise or something. Damn retards, man. And you go to pass them and they'll speed up on you. Then you can't get around them. You got to fall back again and get behind them. You know. See, like they're in that little car, they're going below 60. Now I'm going uphill, so I'm supposed to be going 58, what I'm doing right now. I got it floored. But that's how they do it, man. Well, I was trying to turn the camera on, but man, it was coming down so hard. I had to slow down about 35 miles an hour, put my flashers on, take my sunglasses off. Shit was ridiculous. But it ain't nothing we ain't seen out here yet. The only thing really concerned me was the wind. I did get one high gust of wind even before I came into the storm. And being I'm so light, not even 8,000 pounds, it hit that box and jerked it a little bit. But we had both hands on the steering wheel, so this is what we do. So now it looks like we came on through it. I sure don't want it to be raining when we get over here because it's a dirt lot. And then I'm gonna have to put my water boots on to go inside to eat. And I ain't really trying to do all that. But it is what it is, so regardless, we fixing to eat.
Because I'm happy. If you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want.
Carolina from Amarillo, Texas. We spent the night there. We ate at the Big Texan as we had planned. It was pretty good. It was a really good atmosphere. The carrot cake was, oh my God, 3 or 4 people could have ate off the portion of carrot cake. I can't say it's the best steak I've ever had because it wasn't. It was tender. It was cooked the way I like it, but I was going to take the camera in there, but it was raining. And although my camera is waterproof, when I have the little side door off of it and have my microphone plugged into it, it exposes that part of the camera, so I didn't do it. But they were jumping in there. Guy come got me on the golf cart, took me right to the front door, and then when I was ready to go back, he picked me up at the front door, took me to the truck. But yeah, we still got 726 miles. We're not gonna make it there today. We'll probably shut down somewhere around the Oklahoma-Arkansas border. That'll put us, 500-600 miles, and then we'll pick up the rest tomorrow. But got my air pressure checked in all my tires this morning. It took a little while because there was a guy already in the spot. And then I got my fuel. But at least it's done. I've been trying to do it. I've been trying to do it when my tires are cool. You don't want to do them at the end of the day when your tires are hot. You want to do them first thing in the morning or before your shift, because hot air expands. So you always want to do it, before you start your shift, and the tires are cool. They're not hot. Oklahoma City, 243 miles. Let's see. I thought about going back in there this morning, eating breakfast, but I spent enough money in there last night. I bought a couple souvenirs. I bought my meal. I was gonna buy a wallet. They had a couple nice wallets. I need a wallet bad. But they ranged anywhere from $32 all the way up to $50, and I couldn't see really spending that much on a wallet when I can go to Walmart and get one for 15-20 bucks. So we did get us a bolo, which I've been looking for. So now I got my Stetson hat, I got my bolo. Now I'm looking for me a pair of cowboy boots, and I'll probably go back to the same place I bought my hat at. They were real helpful, and they had a wide selection of boots. So in time, I'm in no rush. We've got plenty of time to do all that. So it's one of my bucket list things. Welcome to Oklahoma City. I was trying to find a spot to stop at back there and get something to eat, but it's lunchtime, and there's no good places right there at the truck stops where I could walk. There was a Whataburger. I would have had to walk on the other side of the interstate, though. I wasn't trying to do all that. So it's gonna be slim pickings. I get to Walmart, I ain't got much food at all. And it's noon now, and I've only eaten a granola bar. So we'll see what we can find down here.